Hey guys, so I did decide to go ahead and film this next bit. Today, we're going to talk about Real Housewives of New Jersey and the Real Housewives of Dallas. I kind of got caught up on everything, so maybe I can keep this going. Real Housewives of New Jersey premiered last week. This seems to be the season of Teresa and Melissa. From the previews, seems like Teresa and Melissa are going to have another big blowout. It's going to be epic. But as we've seen from past seasons, this seems to be a family thing. It just keeps going and going and going. This episode was more like a, hey, we're back, kind of getting to know everybody again, reintroducing people to old drama that's still kind of going on. But I want to start off talking about plastic surgery because Margaret was talking quite persistently about plastic surgery, and I've also noticed in other Real Housewives shows, plastic surgery seems to be a huge topic. And I just want to know, why the obsession with plastic surgery? What is the deal, people? Not all of us are perfect. I'm 5'3" and I'm over 200 pounds. I'm not perfect by any means. My nose is too big. My face is chunky. I got the little double chin going on. But I'm happy with me. My husband's happy with me. And that's all I can ask for. Margaret was talking about a facelift. And her husband tells her to her face that she doesn't need surgery. She's perfect the way she is. Why can't you just be happy with that? I mean, some people are getting plastic surgery because they're back on the market and they want to find a man. Or if you are not happy with you, that is one thing. If you want to tweak something for you, that is one thing. But you're never going to find the right quality of man or woman or whatever you're into if you do not have that proper light inside of you. I told my husband the first day we started talking, I'm a chunky chick. If that's not what you want, this is not where you want to be. I'm not going to change for anyone. I'm loudmouth, I'm opinionated, and I'm fat. I don't care. You know, 5 years later, we're still together, and that's just who we are. I'm needing these ladies to stop worrying about the outside and worry about the inside. Are you happy with you? Are you happy with your station in life? If you're not happy with your station in life, change some other things before you go and do some permanent things to your body. Because you're going into surgery. They can put you down for that surgery and you might not wake back up. Think about these things, people. Think about these things. So, moving on, we're going to talk about Melissa and Joe. I have a similar situation as Melissa does with Joe. Not that bad, but kind of. You know, I understand Joe's old school Italian. You know, the woman's supposed to clean the house. She's supposed to raise the children. She's supposed to do this. She's supposed to do that. But if you are if you have two parents working outside the home, and Melissa is working outside the home, she has her store, she has her career, her music career possibly still going on. If there are two people working outside of the home, it takes two people inside the home to make the home work. And just expecting that one thing to fall on the woman all the time is just too much. And this is a conversation me and my husband have had, because he's like, well, I work. What do you think I do? Do you think I go sit and dispatch just because I want to? No, I work too. And it takes two people to make a household work, especially if you're spending at least 8 hours of your day outside of the home at a job. So I understand where she's coming from. But that needs to be one of those conversations. Instead of whining about it in commentary, sit Joe down. Tell Joe, look, some stuff's got to change here, bro. It just has to. And that's the only way to have a fully, truly happy marriage, is if you're both working to the same ends. Now, Dolores. Dolores, I don't know where to start with Dolores, but I have an ex-husband that I hate to talk to. I couldn't imagine trying to live with him again. I didn't want to live with him when we were married. But you have a very weird relationship with Frank. Like, at some point, you might as well just bite the bullet and get back together, because y'all are practically together anyway. But you have some serious stuff going on. You're living with Frank. You're in business with Frank. You don't know Frank gets disbarred. That would make me mad. And I don't think I could trust him in business after that happened. I mean, I know you downplayed it, nobody lost any money, but that is an ethical thing that he did. He violated the ethics of his profession when he commingled the funds of him and the people he was counseling. That's an ethical violation. No matter how you slice it, no matter which way it goes. Okay, sorry guys. Battery was dying, had to go get a charger. Anyway. That was an ethical violation that he performed. So I cannot fault you for saying, hey, I don't trust you. But y'all might as well bite the bullet, get back together, and get that like trust issue worked out, because, honey, y'all together. Now, Teresa. Teresa used to be one of my favorite people on Real Housewives of New Jersey, because she was just so out there and would say whatever crossed her mind, and that's how I am. So I always loved Teresa. But things kind of changed over the years, and I became to where I was just like, Teresa drama. Now all the stuff with her going to prison and Joe being in prison and all of that, I'm trying to root for you. But, darling, I'm going to need you to go ahead and admit that you're going to get a divorce, because you love your independence. You have learned to be independent of Joe. And I'm going to need you to go ahead and do that, because when Joe comes back home, if he gets to come back home, because there's the whole deportation looming over y'all's head, even though he's now filed the appeal, that is still looming, that he could get deported. So if Joe is still able to come home, I'm going to need you to actually say what you mean in those instances. You are not going to be happy when Joe comes back home, because you have gotten to the point where you can live without Joe. And I just don't see that working out. That's just not something I see that's going to go over very well. So that wraps up Real Housewives of New Jersey. I know it's fixing to get really spicy, because we're going to be having all the girls back together, and there's going to be some drama, and then I know there's going to be a split between Teresa and Melissa at some point. We still have Joe's deportation hanging out there that we don't know what's going on, but that will come with more episodes. Real Housewives of Dallas. Ladies. D'Andra, I am loving this for you. I am loving this for you, because you're standing there going, I don't care anymore. This is me. This is who I am. And you have figured out the only people talking about what happened in Beaver Creek are Cam and LeeAnn. Those are the only two, and LeeAnn's the one that's got the axe to grind with you. So Cam, you're threatening people with LeeAnn. You're being a child. First it's your mother-in-law, now it's LeeAnn. Oh, don't mess with me. I'm LeeAnn's friend. Stop being a moron. You're a moron. Sorry, guys. Coke break. And Cam and LeeAnn are ganging up on D'Andra. And this is getting to the point of ridiculousness. I mean, this is completely ridiculous. Y'all are ganging up on her, and when D'Andra comes back, LeeAnn, you're the first one. You want to pop off going straight for trying to hit somebody just because she pointed her finger at you and told you to shut up. She got tired of you running your mouth while she was trying to talk. So yes, shut up. And you want to straight go for oh, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to beat you up. That is not how a grown person acts, and that is definitely not somebody that acts that way after going to anger management has changed. Did you forget your mantra? Did you forget to meditate? Did you forget your stupid bowl? I mean, come on now. You went straight for a physical attack. D'Andra told you to shut up and pointed a finger at you. Finger, shut up, fist. Those are two separate different things, and that is ridiculous. And then, LeeAnn, you want to run around, my amygdala. Darling, you are acting that way because that is how you act. And you don't know any different way to act. It's not a part of your brain that is making you act that way. That is you. You have not changed who you are, and that is your fault. And Cam, I'm going to need you to think for yourself. I'm going to need you to get off the LeeAnn bandwagon before you mess around and you're left out in the cold. LeeAnn, you need to shut your mouth. Brandi's adoption is not finalized, and you're running around telling everybody she's an alcoholic. They could snatch that baby from her in a heartbeat. That not only will affect Brandi, that will affect her 2 little girls, and that will affect her husband, and that is childish and retarded on your behalf. That is ridiculous. That would be like somebody saying that you stole money from a charity event. They have no reason to say that. They just want to say that because they're mad at you. Well, then all the charities that you work with are like, oh, I don't want to work with her anymore. And then your name gets smeared around Dallas society. That would affect you, and that would affect your fiance, if that's what you want to call him at this point. Wouldn't you be mad? Oh, I think so. This is on a totally different level. They will jerk an entire human being out of these people's lives over you running your mouth. It's time to grow up, LeeAnn. Stop acting like that child that was picked on. Stop acting like that little girl that was abandoned, and grow the hell up and be an adult woman. You and Brandi don't get along? Stay away from Brandi. Don't talk to Brandi. Don't talk about Brandi. Brandi had no problems staying away from you. You're the one inserting yourself. And then, LeeAnn, you said the stupidest thing I think you could have ever said when you said that Brandi couldn't be an alcoholic because she's not sophisticated enough, that she's just a drunk. Well, let me explain something to you. Drunks and alcoholics are the exact same thing. And no, alcoholics are not sophisticated. Alcoholics are alcoholics because they can't function without a drink. My ex-husband is an alcoholic. He is far from being sophisticated. He's actually kind of a moron. But he's an alcoholic. When you have to get up in the morning to drink, you have to drink throughout your day, and you go to bed drinking, you're an alcoholic. Alcoholics and drunks are the same thing. They have to have that liquor in their life to get through their day. Brandi doesn't have to have alcohol in her life every single moment of every single day to get through her day. When she's not around her kids, if she wants to get drunk or if she wants to have too many drinks and have a little fun on like a girls' trip or maybe like a drinking lunch, that's one thing. It's not like she gets up in the morning and cracks open a cold one just to get out of bed. That's a drunk. That's an alcoholic. Alcoholics are not sophisticated people. They are people with a problem. And all people know an alcoholic. No matter how well they try to hide it, people know that they're an alcoholic. So you can get over yourself with that crap. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And girl, please sit down. So we're going to see how Real Housewives of Dallas kicks off this week. We also have Real Housewives of Atlanta. OC should be wrapping up pretty soon. We're going to have those coming. OC and Dallas should be wrapping up real soon. Those should be going into the reunion shows. Then we're just going to have Atlanta and New Jersey. I've got to get caught up on 911 from last week. I know, I'm trying. Connors did not come on last week, so we haven't missed anything on that. Going to plan on trying to keep these going as it goes along. Hopefully tonight I will be able to film a getting ready for me while I'm getting ready with me, not for me. Could you get ready for me? Please get ready for me. Getting ready with me as I'm doing my makeup to get ready to go to work. I'm not going to promise. I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed. Hey, I got 2 videos up in one day. I'm kind of happy with that, all right? We can shoot for 3, but I'm happy with the 2. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all go on that note. I'm going to see what else is in the works for another video. If you like it, hit like, hit subscribe, leave me some comments. Let me know what y'all want to hear about. Y'all want to have a talk out? Let's have a talk out. Send me some stuff. I've got a couple of DMs. Some people are liking some of the content. Some of y'all think it's kind of funny that I get down on LeeAnn. But hey, I can't help it. I got a lot to work with. Anyway, I'll catch y'all on the next one.